to share this week with all of you. To be honest, I cannot believe that it's already been a full year since Dennis Santoli announced my name at Grand Chapter and announced me as the next International Sweetheart. This past year has been an absolute whirlwind, and I've just had to stop and pinch myself so many times along the way. Just wondering how I ever became this lucky. How lucky am I to have had these opportunities, to be a part of Sigma Chi's history, to be a part of the Huntsman Cancer Institute, and to have got to meet so many wonderful people along the way. You know, I've definitely learned some things too. I've learned that I'm braver than I ever thought, and that speaking in front of 2,000-some undergrads isn't scary. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience that I one day will tell my children and my grandchildren about. I've learned that my parents have no problem with me jetting across the continent to meet complete strangers because I always come home with stories about all of my new friends. I've learned that I will always have a support system of brothers who will do anything they can to help me succeed in life, and that I've made some of my greatest friends in this position. I've learned that not only do I have a network of brothers, but one of sweethearts as well. And I'm constantly inspired and amazed when I see the love and dedication that these women bring to your chapters. I really am truly humbled that I get to represent these incredible women. I've learned that there will always be critics of Greek life, and those who think that our system is outdated and flawed. But I see Sigma Chi do everything it can to completely shatter these perceptions, with weeks like BLTW and training the best possible brothers. In January, I learned something very tough, and that's that sometimes we lose our mentors and our friends far too early. And while we can't replace Mike Dunn, we can honor his memory and carry on his great legacy. Over the past year, I've seen derby days, formals, recharterings, parents' weekends, and various different kinds of workshops. One thing stood out to me among all of these events, and that's that no two chapters of Sigma Chi are exactly alike. And with that, no two brothers are exactly alike. You come from different backgrounds and upbringings, practice different faiths, have different majors, and you really do possess different temperaments, talents, and convictions. But what you do have in common is what makes me so proud to be a part of this organization. It's your dedication to your brothers, whether you've known them for years or you just meet them this week. It's your passion for philanthropy and for helping others and recognizing that there's a world outside of you and your own needs. And it's your commitment to excellence both in the classroom and in the workplace, and never settling for anything unless it's your absolute best. It's how you strive to incorporate the Jordan standard into your everyday life. You know, it's a dream come true for me to not only be an ambassador for Sigma Chi, but for the Huntsman Cancer Institute as well. The statistics today say that 1 in 3 women and 1 in 2 men, that's half of you sitting in front of me, will be diagnosed with cancer at some time in your life. I know how scary this disease can be, as my father, a Sigma Chi, was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. In fact, it was a few months after I was nominated as the new sweetheart that I learned to need chemotherapy. To be honest, I was completely terrified. I had no idea how his body would respond to these treatments, and the worst thing of it was that I was away from home, at school, unable to be there for him and to see him and be a support system that he had always been for me. The Lambda New Brothers at my chapter were the best support system I could have ever asked for. And I honestly don't think that I could have survived that year had it not been for my brothers by my side. As my dad is currently cancer-free today, I can think of no better way to spend my time than raising money for the Huntsman Cancer Institute and trying to stop and this horrible disease. On my first visit to the Huntsman Cancer Institute, I met a very special patient named Dove. Dove is terminal and was given just months to live after the birth of his first daughter. He was given these months to live over 6 years ago. And when I spoke to him, he urged me to share this story with any Sigma Chi's that I meet. He wanted me to tell you that if it was not for Sigma Chi and for each of you, he wouldn't be here today. If it weren't for the funds that Sigma Chi raises for the Huntsman Cancer Institute, Dove would have never been exposed to the experimental trials and received the care that he so desperately needs. He wouldn't be able to now watch his 2 daughters grow and to get to build this life with his family and share these memories. So on behalf of Dove, thank you so much. Over the past year, Sigma Chi has raised over $740,000 for women's cancer institute. But we cannot stop here. We have to keep pushing forward. We have to keep pushing to see if we can hit that next $1 million. You know, being here with all of you this week at Balfour reminds me of my absolute favorite Sigma Chi quote, and it comes from John Wayne. He said that men join fraternities, but leaders of men join Sigma Chi. I stand in awe of all the leaders of men who sit before me today. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this incredible fraternity. And hope, let's have a great week. Thank you.